Tears, tears, Rosa, Rosa, you are so blue. Oh, mirror, mirror, you're coming in clear. I'm finally somewhere in between. There'll be no more time to gaze up at the night's crystalline sky. take up your arms and be ready for war, 'cause this is the fight. 'Cause this is the final solution, and this is the power of fusion. This is a new resolution to start again. And this is the last revolution, and this is a swift retribution. This will break all the illusion. This is the end. This is the end. This is the end. This is the end. What's up, guys? Welcome back after quite whoa, what the fuck? I didn't want to go on keys here. Welcome back after a lovely little new year. A little New Year's rest and recuperation. Hope we're back. Hope we're all feeling good and rested, and probably not. I'm not rested at all. Ooh, my computer is having some fun already. That's great. What's up, Twitchy? Quick Graw on the draw with the fucking join on the list. Dom, equally to you, hello. Thank you for joining us quickly. You had some stuff to say here already here. Drum feels going crazy. Yep, that's my bud. That's my bud Renault. And that's my drummer, basically. Anime outro vibes. Thank you. That's actually really cool. I didn't know that would sound like that, but there we go. Bless strummy guitar. Okay. Thank you very much. But epic vocals. Thank you. That's also me. Well, hello there, sexy. I was already on Twitch and I saw one of my favorite streamers pop up, so I decided to click and do join. I thought it'd be funny. Well, it is funny, but it's also cool because, you know, first and stuff like that. That's awesome. So, boy, there is some lagging going on on this webcam. Lag in this house. Got this lag in this house. See if we could use something that's a little bit more. Oh. Okay. That scared me. The shutters are real. Yes, because now we have a new camera basically for the stream, and we have a new little view here. Our drum view. That's pretty cool, right? It's taking pictures of me. So yeah, nice little drum view, a little more relevant since this camera itself has a lot of like focusing, like hard focus, and like you see the blurry drum background if I were to be here all the time. Just slightly blurry. I don't know. POV, you're an angel watching Mike drum. Yeah, well, you're all angels to me, so I praise you from up high, from below. I'm having fun with this like switching back and forth thing. My computer isn't though. All right. Let's just make sure that we got everything working here, because I don't. I haven't really fully tested the setup. I've just tested the cameras and whatnot. But while it's streaming, seems like everything's functioning. So shall we get started? I know my computer is having a wonderful time right now. So I'm like a little choppy on the video side of things, but that's okay. It is an audio stream after all, and a music stream, so the video is one of my lesser priorities right now. Are we functioning? Not really. Not like fully mentally. But there's nothing new there. That's like part of the dynamic that we're going for here. So that's pretty much all there is. It's a stop motion music stream. I'm looking at the playback on my computer, and it's like on my other computer, and it is a little choppy, but it's not the worst. Because if I were to put buffering on, that would be so much worse, I think. If I try this, I think this would cause more. Yeah, see, look at the more discrepancy between the lips, the audio and the video. Not the best. So, we're going to try this. It's going to be choppy, but it's going to take less CPU usage. Okay. Hey, Twitch. It's clearer, but more delay. Yeah. That's my problem, is I prefer less delay and a little more chop. I should probably scale this down to 720, but what are you going to do? Better video quality, though. It does look a little bit crisper than the webcam that I had. Sup, K-Bruce? Happy New Year to you, too. Feliz año. Chops are nice, especially vocal chops. Am I right? So this is just, if you're having frustrations because the video is a little bit choppier, just think of it as vocal chops, and you'll feel much better. Stupid. All right, folks. What say we just jump fucking into this? Because I cannot be on for a long time today. That's simple as that. But I will do reviews nonetheless. Today is, it's got a couple of purposes today. Today it's to test, obviously, the integrity of the stream with this new camera and the new angles. Today is also to do a couple of reviews and stuff like that. So that's cool. But today is also where I announce something that I kind of fucked up on. But before I do, let's talk to you guys about what's going on with you. K-Bruce, I finally bought a new studio PC so I can run a stupid amount of VSTs and tracks and Melodyne instances. i5 12,400 with 32 gigs of RAM. What do you think? I like everything about the sound of that except for the i5. Personally, I would have gone with maybe a little bit of a more juicy processor. So something that is able to like really handle high quality plugins. But RAM will help a little bit with that. But I just like having a more powerful processor than 32 gigs of RAM. That's just my own personal balance. And that's a lot of people, but most people will say RAM is more important either way because you can multitask a lot easier and run more plugins at a time, which sometimes is more important than running plugins at a high quality. Baseline thing here stuff. Most importantly, so I can run DSP amps fluidly. Well, that's cool. You're going to be able to run more instances of it more fluidly. Well, it's a fucking lot better than my laptop's i7 4500. Yeah. That's a lot better than a 4500. That's for fucking sure. You will notice a difference either way in the 12,000 series, guaranteed. Like there's no question about that. Twitchy running with a Dell laptop, like fuck the rules. Am I right? I mean, look, if it works for you, it works for you. But I know that guitar and drum simulating plugins, as you see from the choppiness on my computer, they take a lot. And Dell laptop might not be enough to cut, let's say, 6 to 10 instances of guitar amp simulators. Because that shit's heavy on the processor. Even the lighter ones that I use, pretty heavy. So shit. Anything else happen, guys? Anything new? Oh, actually, I don't know why I'm wearing this hoodie. I'm going to put on a different hoodie because this one's starting to get a little warm. I'll be right back. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Ah! There it is. All right. Found my hoodie that I wanted to wear today on stream, and then I forgot about it until now. All right. Cool. This song I'm about to show you lags my computer, and it has like drum synths, bass vocals, I can imagine. But nothing too crazy, just a few Vocodecs. That might be doing it. Nice hoodie, thank you. This was my Christmas gift. I'm very happy with it. It's very nice, very warm, but very chill at the same time. And the colors are phenomenal. So, Twitchy, why don't you start us off, bud? Why don't you give us, I know colors, right, K. Bruce? The colors. And now with this glorious new camera that I'm using, all the colors are just there, you know? So it's bright. It's good. It's good. It's like the whole algorithm for video and whatnot things. I don't fucking know. This is like the 25th version exporting. Jesus Christ. Well, let's see. Let's open it up. All right. That sounded unhealthy. This is partially because of lag and partially because of edits I keep wanting to make. Yeah, because when your computer is too laggy, you have to like export to hear what's going on. And then you have to go back in and change it and go basically trial and error rather than listening and fixing, which is a nightmare. I have been there. Get out of there because it makes making music just a painful process and just not enjoyable at all. So get the fuck out of there. Do something. I have lyrics to it, but I haven't recorded them all yet. I want to re-record everything. Of course, I know that instinct. I know that instinct very, very well. Well, you know, let's see what you're talking about there, Twitch. Let's see what we got here. So, Spaghettione beat. Spaghettione. or is it Spaghetti One? Because that would be terrible. But Spaghettione sounds almost like a type of spaghetti, spaghettone, which is like a thicker spaghetti, and I love spaghettoni. I love spaghettoni. This is my favorite type of spaghetti, hands down. Yes, I have a favorite type of spaghetti, all right? I'm from an Italian family. Cut me some slack. So, let us listen to this beat by Twitchy. Echo. Also, I wanted to talk about your producer tag, and then I decided, no, I'm not going to, because you know how I feel about producer tags. You need them for copyright. I understand to an extent. I understand. But yeah, it's just not my favorite things in the world to listen to, even if it's well done. Which yours isn't particularly badly done, but just not my favorite thing in the world. Okay, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, Twitchy Gamer Echo and the beat known as Spaghettione beat. Spaghetti one, and then I realized that Spaghettione sounded better. So Spaghettione sounds better, for sure. So let us listen to Spaghettione beat by Twitchy Gamer. Okay, very good. A good beat. Nice, interesting textures. I did like what you've done with the bass. It's a nice little change. I do hear like the echoes. Echo. I do hear the echoes of a Reese bass in there. But I said wait. I didn't say wait, but wait. There, I said it. I do hear the echoes of a Reese bass in there that has been like shape shifted a little bit, and I like that. It's a little bit more gentle, and does fall a little bit more into a support capacity rather than a lead capacity. Another Christmas gift from my mom, who watches the stream and goes like, "You always have to fill your bottle. Here, bigger one." So thanks, Mom. It's a lower octave, like saw thing, formatting a sine wave. Agreed. Yeah, that's what it sort of sounds like. A little more siney, a little bit less squarey, which is nice, man. It's a nice welcome change. Moms are so cool. It depends on the day. That's my experience, anyways. Just because some moms use it as an excuse to be shitty, but. Anyways, I'm not going to get into parental trauma, but let's just say moms can be cool. So yeah, let's go through a couple of sections here before I start turning this stream into my therapy session, which y'all don't want. Moms can be cool. They absolutely can be. I've seen evidence of it. I've seen evidence. Okay, so let's go through this real quick. I don't think I have much comments about the intro part. Bit of a weak snare, but I think that's the idea of the intro, at least. So kind of like could be done about it, but if it's an aesthetic choice, I understand. You might change the high end EQ a bit. I get that as well. I wasn't going from the assumption that this was like a ready product necessarily, and this was like still needed some adjustment to it. Might switch up the snare, but I kind of like it. I get that. That's why I'm like, I would change it on my personal textures, but I get why some people would choose it. This is basically ready. I've been tweaking so much. Okay, I only say that because I'm seeing the master riding in at around minus... two. It's a little low. So I assumed that this was not necessarily on the mastering block, just because when it's writing in at -2 before the you left room for the vocals. Right. Well, then it's not ready yet. Don't say it's ready. It's ready to be an instrumental. But no, yeah. So basically, what I'm seeing here, that's smart though. You left some headroom for the vocals. That's very, very, very wise. It's ready for vocals. Okay. Let's call it ready for vocals. Let's call it ready for vocals. No, but cool. That's good. Like the instrumental itself is a little bit tight. I forgot that there was vocals about it. That were supposed to come in. Okay, so this section here, if we're going to be putting in vocals or any lead element at this point, this section here is actually kind of busy. Those I think that's like, I don't know if you're going to be replacing those effects that are happening with the vocals, or if that's supposed to just be like a support on top of that layer that you have there. But it's very high mid frequencies, like very from 500 to 1,000 rich, which is fine. That in and of itself fills up some space. But it is a little loud in the mix, and that's going to step on the vocals if you do place them both one on the other, especially if you save dreamy vocals. Dreamy vocals, you're going to have to do some extra work to make that stand out of the mix when this is happening. So you're just going to have to be aware of that. But it's going to be hard to say how the effect is going to happen until we hear it all together. I'm just thinking, I'm foreseeing some mixing trouble with that. Let's keep it going. Little repetitive. I don't hear much growing or shifting in this particular section. I'd like maybe for a story to be told, a small story, but I'd like for some storytelling to be happening in this section. The vocals will do some of that, and as a matter of fact, they're going to be pulling the heavy lifting on that end. But I think that we could still build in the background with some like bells, for instance. Bling, 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 bling. Like that. I'm hearing things. I don't know where my bell shit is. Let's see. Pearl Drop. That's Pearl Drop is a really funny name for a piano preset. But I don't know. I'm thinking, what is it? Something like that. Those notes hovering around the sort of jazzy chords kind of thing. Like, oh shit! I brought my acoustic guitar back for the holidays. I need it back. Oh, I guess I could just use the electric. I guess I could start just using the electric because that's what it's fucking there for, really. Let's just close this up here. Let's just pop these two open. What was the note? C sharp. Some of that stuff, you know, like, but bell sounds, not guitar specifically, because I know how you feel about guitar. That kind of shit. Guitar would work in this section. Don't get me wrong. It actually sounds pretty cool. But like those jazzy chords, I really like. You don't have to play chords either with the bells. You could just play on those, like those sounds. I don't know why the keyboard is still on here. like that. It's just shit like that. I always go a little bit funkier. Yes, I do. Absolutely, Twitchy. That's just, habit, mostly. But I certainly feel like your track has some built-in funk in it. So I think like it could be very well beneficial for your song to get a little jazz in there. So yeah, I don't know. It's just ideas. But I think that those little, I meant like the bass switch up. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, when the bass actually switches up and it starts pedaling on the C sharp, and you start doing those notes, it starts to feel less jazz and more funky, for sure. I understand. Yes, absolutely. So that's my idea for that section either way. Let's move it on. So yeah, I'm anxious to hear what the song sounds like with vocals included in this section, because I noticed that the biggest difference was as soon as those weird spacey guitar, like a MIDI effects that you have, disappear, the song just falls and just loses a bunch of energy. So that will absolutely depend on what the vocals will do, and if they are good and like telling a really rich story, then that contrast is gonna work really well, and it's gonna work in your favor. But if the vocals themselves are not as stimulating as the previous section, then we're going to have to probably work a little bit more instrumental in elements in here. Sounds dope. Well, I've recorded up to that last chorus, kind of. No problem. It goes into a rap in the last section. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, it could work, but again, yeah, you do have to go hard. Just like quoting you, that's like what you got to do. But I like it, Twitchy. I think it's a good production. Excuse me. Something that I'm starting to notice, Twitchy, from your songs, a bit of a compositional pattern. Something similar to what I told you about with the chord progressions, where you always seem to go from like the 1 to the 6 to the 7 and play around those chords. This is very different. That's good. Chord progression wise, that's excellent. I like that you're changing it up. I like that you're touching a little bit more into the jazzy, lo-fi sort of chord progressions, and you're going to throw some rap and some vocals into it. That's good. But I want to tell you something that what I notice is often your the very rhythmical structure of your kick and your bass in relation to each other. When you go that is a repetitive thing for you as well. So rhythmically, you're going to want to probably try different patterns and varying it up a little bit. Otherwise, yeah, someone could just call, repetitiveness on you and repetitivity on you. So just something to be aware of and something to definitely try and experiment with new things. Again, I know that you don't listen to music that much and you focus from within, but an easy way to sort of understand different beat structures than just the is to experiment and to listen to different music that employs different beat structures. But yeah, just saying. Yeah, true. You mean like you have? Call me repetitive one more time. Call me repetitive one more time too. Sounds like the name for a very cheesy, terrible comedy, like cop comedy drama series of movies that just for some reason they keep making more and more, even though the box office results are just horrible. Call Me Repetitive and Call Me Repetitive 2. but yeah, no, I know. I realize that my repetition in and of itself when I'm speaking it does come off as repetitive. I like to employ different words to reinforce similar concepts. It's like a sales thing that I learned a long time ago, and oftentimes when people don't understand the first time, if you do like get to the second and third like angle of seeing something, could save some time when like, what do you mean? I don't understand, you know, like, yeah. But some people understand quick, just like you, because you're smart. But yeah, I think that's pretty much all I have to say about your track, Twitch. I think I like your new sound. It's nice. It's nice and gentle, and it's still got some aggressivity to it. Yeah, again, just maybe focus a little more on the storytelling and the musical and instrumental aspect of it. I can't wait to hear it with vocals, though. As soon as that's ready, you got to come back on the stream and you got to hit me up with that. So, but yeah, starting with Leslie Nielsen. What a wonderful actor, though, and like what a texture of comedy. What a particular genre of comedy that Leslie Nielsen embodies, though. What an excellent actor. Anyways, Twitchy, thank you. As always, wonderful production. Thank you for allowing us to listen to the track online, allowing us to comment on it, and taking our comments hopefully in stride with an intent to grow. Thank you for trusting us with your track. As always, my dude. Thanks for coming on in the new year. And yeah, that's pretty much that. We're going to keep moving. I believe Dom Rocks is the next one on the chopping blocks. I mean chopping block. You know, not really a chopping block. Ooh, what's going on here? The artist. What's going on? I saw you from the Anti-Perfectionist Discord promo. You must have joined in there because of Prominent. I don't know what any of that means. Sorry. I'm not on the Anti-Perfectionist Discord. Someone else must have been. I'm working so hard on the song. I love it so much. Your feedback means a lot. Cool, dude. Yo, I'm glad though, because I actually like really dig this one, and it's like groovy and funky at the same time, and it's still got some grit to it. So if for one to be like of my taste, I'm really happy that that's one that is. So thank you. Dom, you are not too late. What's going on? You could go ahead and submit your link. You just did. Well, that's too quick. The artist I dropped the link to my buddy Mike. Oh, you must be talking. Okay, I see. Yo, did I miss it? Forgot I was in queue and hopped in the shower. You actually came back at the exact right time, though. You know, both heads. It's funny. Salute, Happy New Year, Studio Mike and Dom Rocks. 808, salute and Happy New Year to you. Thanks for joining us. Lovely to see you, or speak to you, I guess. One for you and another for your future generations. Yes, sir. All right, yes, Dom Rocks, I see the link. What choppy-ass video? I'm watching the playback. Sorry, guys. This computer is on its way out. I actually got to adjust something on this camera because I'm just not used to using it at all. Oh, no, it's this way. Oh, okay, at least it recognizes that. A little too much. So we got to work with the rule of thirds and whatnot, guys. Okay, see Mike. See Mike in the Discord with us. I'm confused at the moment. I don't think I am. I don't know. I'm not in that Discord, the Anti-Perfectionist Discord. I held Mike hostage for you, Dom Rocks. Ooh, never mind. Okay, something was realized. No, I'm in the Discord. I'm just trying to help my friend Mike. Okay. Everyone understands now. It's a long one if you want to cut it off before the end. Better not be, only if you're getting a new one so you can keep streaming. Yeah, I know. I know. Trust me, it makes me nervous. Nonetheless, nice to meet you. Happy 24. Same to you, I the artist. I appreciate you stopping on by for the first time. Happy to see you and happy to welcome you if you are an artist who wants their music reviewed. Eyes, the artist. I see eyes. Makes sense. Cool. Eyes, if you're an artist who wants their music submitted, as with everybody here, you can join the queue, and we will get to your song as soon as we do. We're going to go through different artists first, though. First, namely, Dom Rocks. K Bruce bringing in the community together. Can we get a holler for K Bruce? 808 Diffraction. Do me a favor and join the queue. You got a couple people in line waiting to be heard there, so go ahead and command join in the chat, and that'll get you in line and hold your link until you are called. If you guys want more detail on the feedback commands, go ahead and command feedback. You'll see a full list of commands and explanations. Kyanide was good, Kyanide. Welcome back, dude. Nice to see you. Very nice. Happy New Year to you. What do you typically stream? I typically stream feedback music, Eyes. I just, in general, is like my primary bread and butter, I guess you can say. And then sometimes I'll stream myself, like, producing, instead of, like, actually reviewing other people's productions. Let's go, Dom Rocks 808, with the support for Dom Rocks. Sure, that might be pretty cool to hear some opinions on it. How long is the queue? Dom Rocks, and now it is 808 Diffraction as well. And Emitros as well. Wow. Welcome back, Emitros. Happy New Year to you. Wait, 808, you haven't been here before? 808 has been here before. Absolutely. 808 has some crazy beats. We're happy to hear it, man. Kyanide, thank you for joining as well. Okay, we got ourselves a queue here, guys. That's very nice. Okay, before we get to the rest of y'all, we are going to get to Dom Rocks' track. Dom Rocks coming back out of the shower just in time. Let's get to it right now with the song Jammin'. It is a little long. I'm going to cut it off. That's for sure. I'm not going to necessarily go to the entire length of the song. We're going to do 2 minutes, as with all followers. And we'll shuffle through the rest to hear if there's any interesting textures that we like. But for what it's worth, Dom Rocks' track Jamming, or at least a quarter of it. Here we go. Okay. Sorry. I was looking for a good point to stop that off because it was way too open and out there to just stop it at 2 minutes so abruptly. Ah, man, I love your music, Dom. Again, I personally don't really have like constructive criticism to give to this stuff because I'm just not an expert on this stuff. I can only tell you the emotions that I'm feeling going through it. But this is just wonderful journey that I'm being taken on in such a weird way, as always with you, man. With the ambient stuff, free folk, as it's called, ambient folk. Let's see what you guys are saying about this. First of all, 808 being omniscient, not necessarily omnipotent, but omniscient meaning having eyes and ears everywhere, meaning your senses are everywhere. Omnipotent meaning all-powerful. I don't know 808 diffraction enough to say he's all-powerful, but I can say if he's in multiple streams at once, that motherfucker is omniscient as a motherfucker. Love the Oriental sound selection so far, Dom Rocks. Is that a sitar? Funny enough, guitar, not sitar. And his Oriental selection is a lot of more Celtic influenced instruments, if I'm not mistaken, Dom Rocks, if that is still, to my knowledge, what instruments you actually record yourself, which is mental to me. Okay. Ambience. Very good to sit up and study with this music. Absolutely. It would just put me in much of a relaxed state personally, and I would just be so inclined to just fucking not study and just get lost in the emotion of it all. A long time ago, the Mayans would go down to the creek and collect clay so they could make beautiful artwork that has been kept in museums, in out museums for hundreds of years. Narration for the beat. I'm hearing some like low voice. A long time ago, the Mayans would go down to the creek and collect clay so they could make beautiful artwork. Yeah, I hear that. I hear it. I have a Celtic harp, but that's about it. Okay, that I'm confusing your selection for just the Celtic harp. I remember you were excited when you got the Celtic harp and you recorded an entire piece of bass around it. So I remember that. I got an Irish tin whistle, but never use it. True. Twitchy. It is funny. I think a full eclectic guitar could be super dope on what to listen to so far. Yeah. So I'm going to give you an option here, Dom, because I don't necessarily know what to say about this. I'm willing to listen to more of this and forego giving you feedback necessarily, because again, all I can say feedback wise is like whether it makes me feel something or another. I'm willing to listen to like half of this if you guys are cool with that, and like not really give feedback, just sort of experience the emotions together. If that's cool, if that's something that you guys enjoy, because honestly, Dom, I have more fun just letting it wash over me than like analyzing it critically. This is not something that I listen to going like, okay, I would have done this here, I would have done this. You know what I mean? I don't necessarily know what else to say critically, so I think it's unfair to you to say like, let's provide feedback. No, let's just let it wash over us and say how we feel by the end of this. So let's do that. You know, guys, let's back it up for a couple of minutes. Seems like people are on board. K. Bruce enjoys Dom music. Listen to it all if you ask me. Love the homies' music. Dom does not mind. 5-minute start, but only if you narrate the beat for some of it. I'll see if I can sneak something in there at some point, just for fun. But let's just like let this beat wash over us a little bit. Let's take it back a couple seconds, and let's let this sort of like, let's enjoy this, guys, together. Because like, what else are we gonna do? So they could make beautiful artwork. that has been kept in museums for hundreds of years. Just going to take a pause here, and I'm going to say that I love the effects that are going on here with the sort of background, sort of very digital swirling effects. It makes me think of the Matrix effect when agents would like shift into another body. It sounds a lot like those effects. It's almost like the very texture and fabric of the song is like morphing into something else, even while retaining its original identity. Like the idea of morphology has been instilled into our brains through this one sort of sample and swirling effect, the spatial effects. Exactly. I think it's a great use of spatial effects. 808, absolutely. Let's just go. Let's give it another 30 seconds. Let's see what we get halfway through the song. Let's see how we get there. Wow. Okay, I know that there's probably another movement altogether that's going to blow my mind as well. But I want to say to you, Dom, that this is a wonderful piece of music. It makes me think so much of the Animals album by Pink Floyd. It makes me feel those vibes of like everything up in the air, things can be constantly fluid, things can be constantly changing, and yet we find a stability nonetheless sometimes. It's wonderful to hear. Like, I don't know, man. It made me think a lot of Dogs, specifically the song "Dogs" by Pink Floyd, where it's like very play between stable and fluid. It's like it's the literal story of change versus stationarytude, remaining stationary. And I really, really liked your take on it, man. I really enjoyed it. Again, I don't necessarily know what I would do to this. It'll take me much more analysis to like even begin to comprehend how I would influence this in whatever ways. But I do appreciate you letting us listen to it online and comment on it, even if it's all just constructive or rather positive feedback. I don't really know what else to say because it's taking me for a ride and I'm just sort of on board and forgetting my knowledge of music, which is a wonderful thing to occur. It's just, that's why I defined it. That's why he got the wonderful sticker, Twitchy. When I forget my knowledge of music and I'm just taken alongside when the magic happens, Oh, that's powerful. That's like a movie making me suspend my disbelief. It's literally the suspension of disbelief and the surrender to the universe, where you just want to be a part of it. You don't care what you know or what you don't know. That's an accomplishment. So yeah, I think maybe if you added 3-band distortion plugin and put on the master with an OTT, it'd be dope. Okay. Well, what's the wonderful sticker? He called your track wonderful. Yeah, I was just using Twitchy's vernacular to basically reiterate. I really enjoyed your song. And again, when a song allows for me to forget what it is I know or don't of music and just allows for emotions to be felt, I think you've done something special. So thank you for that, and thank you for trusting us with your track as well. It was yeah, good time, man. Let us carry on down the list. That was easily one of the greatest folk music I've ever heard. Initros, you know what? I think I agree. I really, really have no necessarily like... It was like more progressive folk, honestly. Let's not lie here, dumb. It was very progressive and like folk, but it was like ambient folk. Folk music doesn't compare. No, it has folk instrumentals, Twitchy. So we got to give him that. It does compare. Folk is, but okay. Let's talk for a second here. Because I think we should agree together that just because something is in a genre doesn't make it good or bad categorically. I don't like country music, but there are songs that are categorized as country that I am super fond of. And like, I listen to them and I want to like just keep listening to them. And yeah, I don't know. I think this has folk influence, and that the root of the instrumentals certainly have folky influences. But I would categorize this more, if we had to put a label on it, which, you know, we don't have to, but labels are just, and boxes are just for understanding. It's just so that we can understand each other better. It's just, that's what we're trying to do at the end of the day, is empathize. And if we had to put this in a box, I would say it would be progressive folk, if anything. But mostly progressive. Because again, this is like heavy roots in ambience. Heavier, in my opinion, than folk. But I don't know. Oriental folk. Is that racist to say? Oriental? I'm not sure. Whatever it is. Ambient folk. Sure. If we have to put a genre on it, let's call it ambient folk or progressive folk, but let's just say, or oriental folk as well, because I understand what you're just saying, because it does have those like pentatonic scales that are like very heavily playing with the bass chords. But it's not limited to like oriental scales. So that's why it's kind of... not that I'm aware of, if so, sorry. No, don't worry about it, dude. It's no one's fault. Guys, that was dubstep. I don't know what y'all on about. Kind of, that's funny. That was hardstyle dubstep for real. The wubs I felt in my soul. Let's keep it moving, guys. 808, you could post your link in the chat, please, because I don't believe my chat has it here any longer. Oh, no, it does. Never mind. I am a liar. Wait, where'd it go? Am I a liar? I saw it, but why did it disappear? Okay, fuck it. You reposted it either way. You read my comment and you said, let's move on. What? The wubs I felt in my soul. I guess. I'm a little high right now, man. So let us proceed to the next song, I guess is what I should have said, Twitchy. I would love some extra ears on the mix. I'm stuck. I think it's too bright. Well, it might be. Let's have a look. Call My Name, 808 Diffraction, and Omar Isa Omar. Okay. Sure. We're gonna give this 10 minutes. 10 minutes. We're gonna give this 2 minutes of listening because that is the rules. I don't make the rules. So let's listen to this together. 2 minutes of the Call My Name, 808 Diffraction, and Omar Isa Omar production. It's funny because it seemed like you were in my comment. You were like, "I'm done with this bullshit." That's funny. That's very funny. I am though. So can we, Okay, enough of this. 808 Diffraction and the track Call My Name. Let us listen to this work in progress together and see if we can help him with his mix. Shall we, brothers?
You like it when I make you call my name. You like it when I don't show restraint. You like it, ignited, stars are aligning, yeah. You like it when I make you call my name. So call my name. Call my name. Call my name, yeah. I'm on my way. So don't be afraid to show that pretty body off. Pretty won't do my pain. Call my name. You want me exclusively. All time and just put it on me. Sweet love is she giving me all the time. You want me exclusively. All time and just put it on me. Sweet love is she giving me all the time. Oh babe, ocean wave don't move like that. Love your ways when it moves like that. Ain't no way I won't fight back. 'Cause baby, any time of the day, let me get you off 'cause you really want to. Show that body off 'cause you really want to. Don't know what it is, but you make me feel insane. When you call my name.
And that's 2 minutes. So, okay. First question. Is this mastered? Have you mastered this? Like, put your stuff on the mastering chain? Fuck, I wanted to hear the bass go hard. Well, we could listen to it if 808 is a subscriber. We can certainly listen to up to 3 or even 4 minutes for a tier 1 or tier 2 respectively subscription. I'd love to listen to that, the rest of that. Not mastered, fighting the mix first. Okay, cool. Because it's very soft. That's like even your mix. 808, give him money. Please. No, yeah, so, okay, so if even for a mix, it's pretty soft. I'm ringing around -10 at the peak, -9 or 8, I think, as its loudest peak. So it's a bit of a soft mix in general. Like, I know we can fix that in mastering just by turning that up. So yeah, it's very easy to fix that. But I think in general, it's just a little bit soft. Well, hey, you want to hear to it all? Why do I need to give money to listen to it all? That's why. But I know the song. I see. Well, it's just if you wanted a second pair of ears for the entire song or just the first half. No problem. Okay, so I'm not sure the part that you're worried about is here, I believe. certainly like there are some harsh frequencies. I think maybe inverting the high elements between vocals and with the drums might allow for the track to breathe a little bit. But I think that it's also your midpoint of your vocals that's not really punching through, and it's allowing for those high end to step all over them. So let me just listen back to this here. I needed context. You know, it's an idea, but it could very well just build the entire, well, not build, but to allow the entire track to breathe a lot better. Spread your hi-hats. You don't have to spread your kick or your snare or anything crazy like that, but your hi-hats, either hard pan them left or right, or in my opinion, what's going to be a little bit better for your texture of your track, spreading them left and right a little bit. It'll allow for high-end energy to be present everywhere in this drop sort of section. And I think that you're going to be able to have your vocals stand out from the center and to have your hi-hats left and right will also create high-end energy in the left and right, which is, I think, we're missing a little bit of it. I think that's really what's happening here, is that in this section, we have vocal echo, we have the claps, we have a lot of high-end energy in the left and right, and we have the vocals in the center. Now, just a quick note about the section before. There's a lot in the left and right, and there's a lot in the center, but in the in-between sections, it's sounding a little thin. So you might want to spread things out in this particular in-between section a little bit more evenly throughout the left and right, because that'll create more of a wall of sound rather than just pockets. The other thing is that the opposite can be done to the chorus, where you have only left and right and center energy, so that it opens it up a little bit more and like drops out the air from under us, or the ground from under us, and then we're suddenly floating in the air during a drop because we have left and right those, and you have the vocals in the center now no longer being dominated in the high end by those cymbals. I like how the bass comes in when it's wide, though. Yes, me too. Oh, shit. Avenir Music, thank you so much, my dude. Appreciate that. Second month in a row. Very cool. Month 2 initiated. Man, I'm just happy someone is able to tell me more than a fire, more than a fire, bro. Oh, yeah, I see. Yeah. There's a lot of feedback streams that are feedback streams. That's fire. I appreciate the feedback. Agree on spreading it out, creating the wall of sound. So maybe play with more with penning in the sections more. That'll help you for sure. It's going to just give you more options. That's going to be as simple as that. It's going to be allowing you to feel more of a difference in the very energy and breadth of the song. So I think it's a great idea. Personally, let's just see if I heard anything else. Everything is sounding a little bit narrow on this part. Like everything's really dead center. Yeah, it needs more. And it's a long time to be doing that same beat, because I think you started here. 1 minute, and then... So yes, your vocals do change storytelling-wise. Storytelling-wise, your vocals do tell a different story throughout. But instrumentally speaking, the same thing is happening for 45 seconds. That for me is a problem. Now there may be little accents in here that are creating a bit of more of a dramatic difference. But I think that you could easily have like swells and pads and stuff or bells as well, or plucks that could very well just be filling in a little bit more space melodically, maybe even complementing the vocals. If you wanted to harmonize with the vocals is a good idea. If you wanted to just be like more pads that are just holding on a specific note, could be a good idea. Like, I don't know. I hear this section. Something like that. It doesn't have to be anything in particular. You know what I mean? I'm just feeling like there needs to be something more as your story progresses. Like your story should be continuing that way. That's what storytelling is it's a development. It's something that is new over time or different over time. Not necessarily new, but just different. So that part could have more variation. Vocal harmonies is a good idea too. It could just be for certain. See, that could be where you come in with just stingers that add in texture in your stings and in your like variations. Vocal harmonies could come in and like really allow for that to feel a little bit fresher. Logic Keyboard really brings me back to GarageBand. Am I right? It's so cool. I would set up my keyboard, but then it triggers my drums. It's a whole thing. Never mind. Yeah, I understand and feel what you were saying. Cool, man. I'm glad. Not gonna lie, this track is an interesting title. Now, Call My Name 808 Diffraction and Omar Issa Omar. Yes, I know. Pretty weird. More capture of the momentum. That's what I'm talking about. Exactly. Let's get some momentum on your side. Let's get some momentum pushing and being on your team. Let's do that. You totally put some sick granulated chords that are slower than the chops. True. Also true. Like some formants and stuff like that. Yes. It's, yeah. I Not, what's up, man? How you doing? Happy New Year. Thanks for coming on by. We are, as always, giving some musical feedback. How you doing? Bit of a mouthful, but it's got a ring to it. Let's just go to the end of this section here. So I put a Sawtooth synth on as an example. Don't do that because it's here and it sounds great here. I actually really like the way that it sounds here. Let's just hear this drop here. Wow, that gets queer. That gets weird. I wish I could give feedback on that section as well. I really do. Granulate and filter it. It's literally what he did. Actually. I appreciate your time and feedback. The track actually drops into Tropish. Well, that's what we heard. A little bit. Yeah, it's a collaboration. Yeah, work on that title for sure either way, but it doesn't matter. Granulate and filter it and up it an octave. Could do that. Actually, it's actually not a bad idea. I'm in differently in the bridge. I see what you're saying. It's not a bad idea. But that's very you. That is a very you move, Twitchy. I like weird 808. Good. It's good to have a weird thing in your pocket as an option and just keep it there whenever we need to go fucked up with it. That's a good thing. Yeah, man. I don't think I have much more to say about this section, about these sections. Well done. I like your production. I do think that you could put a couple more storytelling elements in there that will make this track build into the weirdness. I think that your mix is on its way. A little quiet. Maybe try mixing a little bit louder. Like -5, you're going to be no one's enemy. -10, you might start overcompensating in the master a little bit too much. So maybe try to get your mix up by about 5 dB. Yeah, maybe I think the transitions are pretty nice. I think I would essentially just throw in a few things here and there to just tell the story a little harder. And yeah, work with the stereo. The stereo, that image is just so crucial and key. So yeah, you're gonna benefit greatly from fucking with your stereo image in a lot of different ways. Think frequencies, also think like stories. Think of like what is the center of attention and then what should be supporting, and think of what storytelling what kind of story we want to tell, and that'll allow us to really like color a more complete picture over time. It's kind of a movie, really, is what it is. But yes, as always, 808 Diffraction, I appreciate you submitting the track, allowing us to listen to it together, allowing us to comment on it and provide feedback, which hopefully you're receptive to. And it seems like you are, so thank you very much, and thanks for trusting us with your track. As always, dude, thank you very much. So, Mike, how was your Xmas and New Year? It was good. I got a hoodie. I got a water bottle. So, pretty chill. I ate so much. I cooked so much this year. It was like a year where we hosted so many fucking people so many times. And even if we weren't hosting, we would go over to someone's house with like dessert and like focaccia that I baked. I baked and cooked so much this year. And I'm happy. But yeah, it was a hell of a year party-wise. Happy that it's winding down and I could focus more a little bit on myself. Aina, thank you very much for joining the queue. Appreciate that. Yeah, most of the time I'm -9. That's a little low. Got a more -5. Agreed, more color, even -3 if you really want to. -3 is the minimum, but like -5 is fine. Thank you. I appreciate it. Okay. But first, a small question, Dimitros. Should I put on a medieval piece, obviously, which is a little more melodic and complex, or more epic and strong medieval piece? So, 1 to 10 and 11 to 20. That's what we're going to roll for. Or we could do odds and evens. You know, you could do that too, but it's not the best. That's not a bottle, that's a tank. It is. It's 1 liter, and that is perfect for me. That is absolutely perfect for me. Plus 10 dBs if you're a pro. Oh my God. My ears just started ringing. I mean, they're always kind of ringing because I have very beginnings of tinnitus. But yeah. Okay. I prefer the D&D way. I mean, are we doing medieval or are we doing medieval? Man, that hurts your ears for real, dude. For real. Plus 10 dBs. Jesus Christ. So, which is going to be 1 to 10, Emitros, and which is going to be 11 to 20? You tell me. Because I'll just roll for it. As a matter of fact, I wish there was a way. I'm just looking for something. I guess this could work. I'm going to roll for it on camera. 1 to 10 complex, and the other is the epic. Okay, here we go. I don't even know if you can tell what that is. No, you can't even fucking see it. It's a 9. It's a 9. So complex it is. Wasn't that a great roll? It felt like it didn't roll well, kind of thing. Yeah. But it doesn't matter. 9! Das ist verboten. That is forbidden. I think, in German. I wish I spoke German. Whoa! What just happened? It's I'm Dead just subscribed for 3 months and 808 honked simultaneously, which is hilarious. It's I'm Dead. This is your captain speaking. Holy smokes. Thank you very much. Very, very much. Ist verboten. Thank you very much. It is indeed. Appreciate that. 999. I was close enough. Yeah, close enough. Thank you, Einat, as well, for the correction in German. It's I'm Dead. Thank you very much. I don't know if you just subscribed for 3 months, like starting today for the next 3 months, or if this is your 3rd month subscribing previously included. I'm not sure because I'm so good at Twitch, you see, that I can't be sure about that. But what I will say either way is thank you very much. It's I'm Dead. I appreciate it. Support of the stream. This is my 3rd month. Okay, that's what I thought. So welcome back to the circle, my dude. Okay. We have another track pulled up here. We have Vivre et laisser vivre, which means live and let live in French. Whoa, we got a little comment here. I honestly never expected to have this opportunity. This piece was completely recorded with real instruments for the first time in my entire short musical career, but it's nothing more than a poor medieval classical piece. By the way, I did the painting, so please don't steal my art. So a full, look at that. Everybody, Emitros, ladies and gentlemen, a full art creator, the visual and the auditory. And on top of it, you recorded with real instruments. So we're going to listen to this with some open-ass ears here. And let us keep on trucking with Vivre et laisser vivre by Emitros. Let's go! Wow. Okay. So yeah, this was very complex indeed, and it's no. Wait, I'm not done. Got people waiting here. Yeah, this was complex indeed. Compositionally speaking, I have a few comments. I have a few suggestions. I have some questions. A couple of suggestions for all my Hamilton fans. That one's for you. So this sounds phenomenally recorded. Like, it sounds like orchestral quality recordings. And it sounds like this was professionally done to a point where I'm like, did you actually record all of this? Because it sounds a lot like samples in that it sounds so pristine. It sounds kind of like a sampling algorithmic like plugin. That's how good it sounds. So if you did record this, holy shit, bro, you got some quality product on your hand here. And some quality technique, I might add. My uncle invited me to his musical conservatory. Bro. And so you recorded the entire orchestra playing this piece together, and you composed this piece for the orchestra to play, and they played it and it was recorded as one symphony, or you recorded like you had the opportunity to record individual instruments? My school gave me some instruments because I'm 15. He's 15! What? What? Why does this keep happening? Why does this keep happening? We keep getting these like musical virtuosos. We have DGE, 14-year-old fucking rhythm and dubstep fucking legend. Makes me feel like my insecure ass 21-year-old self would have like stopped making music had DGE existed in my time. We have Imitros, which is the 15-year-old fucking legend, playing all of these instruments. First of all, let's just talk about the performance. Playing all of these instruments is hard enough. Playing them to sound good is harder. Playing them to sound good together by yourself. Wow. What the fuck? That's excellent. I'm impressed. The recording quality and the performance quality, dude, you know how to play instruments and you know what they sound like so that they sound good together. You're an excellent composer. I'll say maybe a little avant-garde for my taste in this particular composition. But you have a mind for composition, which is excellent. I'll say that there are some things, some layers that might be lacking, specifically what you might have seen me call up while I was listening to it, which is a double bass, which doesn't operate in those octaves. Okay, yeah. I just wanted to add some examples of things that I thought might help, just because I do hear a lack of body and a lack of structure to this track. And it's only because we don't have those bass frequencies sort of gluing us to the floor. I mean, I kind of want to quit music altogether now. Dude, I know how you feel. Like, dude, the 15-year-old fucking legend, by the time he's my age, forget it. He's going to be composing professionally for the symphonic orchestra of whatever fucking country you're from in Mitros, because God damn, dude. Anyways, let's listen to this section here because I have a couple. Mexico. Well, puta madre. Estoy mierda. Like I am shit compared to this. But yes, like let's go into this here. So, I'm going to start there. I'm going to say that it's a little cheesy to start that song a little bit. Like, you have so many options sonically. You have so many instruments there. Vamos. Everyone, just yell out the only Spanish word that you know. Chingado! So, you start it with a fade-in. It's not my favorite way you could have started this. What I personally would have done in like a compositional sense, I would have probably had one violin playing one line and then having another line come in at a strategic moment on a specific note. And you could technically do that still because you recorded them one by one. You could sort of cut the regions and like build them one by one. But that's what I would have done instead of a fade-in. I would have had one of those instruments come in at full volume and then build them on top of each other. That's more of a symphonic fade-in. That's something that in classical music you would actually hear happen in a chamber orchestra, is that instruments would start playing like gently, but they would be playing, one at a time. Yeah, sorry about that. It's just that I didn't have the song idea. I just made the track on the spot. Wow, man, dude, fuck you. Fuck you. I know you're 15. I gotta be careful because I'm like over 30. But like, what the fuck? You made this track on the spot. Wow. Damn. That's still good though. I mean, you could still fuck with that. You could still fix that in the post. You could still like do that idea if you wanted to. But I'm just not a huge fan of the direct volume fade in of all the violins or of all the strings at the same time. Not my favorite thing. Let's keep it going though. Nice little oboe section coming in there. Hold up. I have a question. Oh, well, we got ads either way. Okay, so we're gonna wait until those ads are over before asking our questions. I guess we gotta play an ad song. Oh no, we gotta play an ad song. Ad song! All right. Ye back. With 5 microphones all around the conservatory. So I have a question for you because I'm actually interested in recording an orchestral thing here. Did you have the triangle above where the conductor would be? I forget what it's called, a decatree, I think is what it's called. Did you have the decatree above the conductor's head, as well as 2 ambient mics? This is apparently a technique. I learned this way, like 10 years ago. But apparently, in orchestral music, usually the way you record it is you take 3 omnidirectional mics and you put them above the conductor's head, and then you take 2, well, this is not part of the decatree, but this is just to have the room, which is what you want. You have 2 very far room mics, and you throw them way back in the room, maybe halfway or maybe even all the way back, depending on the rooms. And you have those as like the room mics, the breath, the reverb, if you will. That way you barely have to do anything to the sound and it just aerates itself, which is wonderful. And you did. That's what I thought. That sounds so good, dude. I'm gonna do that. I gotta do that. Okay, I gotta get 3 Omni mics and 2 fucking, at least stereo 8 mics. Shit! It sounds good, dude. Okay, I'm glad. So decatree, so the triangle of microphones. So like literally 1 mic here, 1 mic here, and 1 mic here, and you just hang them above the conductor's head. Omni mics, and it just takes everything in. Beautiful. So yeah. I don't really, oh man. Okay, so the biggest concern that I have with this song, once again, is it's lacking balls. It's lacking foundation. It's lacking the glue that holds us, I don't want to say accountable, but it holds us like together. With my stupid ass click. You get it. I'm not playing the right notes at the right time because you're going to have those chord progressions. But that structure, that little structure that this bass is adding, this like low resonant frequency. Stop recording. Those notes basically is going to be your best friend. And it's like, I know it's very pentatonic, but it does sort of allow for the structures that you've chosen compositionally to breathe in all of their complexity. So you're going to not really be doing much with the bass except for supporting what you already have there. And I like that you have this complexity, but we do need something to just sort of give us une raison d'être, which is a reason to exist. Vive, laissez vivre, avoir une raison d'être. It's one of the 2 of my favorite French expressions, I think, in the world. But anyways, yeah, I think that's pretty much all that's missing from your track, apart from the little, maybe a better intro. Yeah, because even when it drops out in this section and in this section, I don't mind so much that there's less bass in certain sections. What I mind is that there's not enough bass in the entire piece. So yes, I'm going to say, like, you're definitely going to want to scatter that in and allow for this track to really give, take up the space that it should. That's what I think is missing here, is like, it's not ça s'assume pas, as we say in French, which means it's not like imposing itself as much as it could and as much as it should, considering its presence and its vivacity. The track has vivacity, and it needs to exhibit that in all frequencies. But other than that, I don't know necessarily how much there is to do. Oh, by the way, you put one mic on the violin and another on the oboe. That makes total sense because lead elements. Hashtag lead elements. Listen, Emitros, you're crazy, dude. Like, you're a great composer. And I think you're so close to, like, finding a sound. Considering you did this on the spot, I am impressed. I am, like, very impressed for an improvisational, for all intents and purposes, improvisational piece. That is crazy to me. Imagine what you can do if you put some, like, actual, like, fucking structure into it. But you have, like, a whole playlist of this kind of stuff, and it's wonderful. And I remember listening to a couple of them, and I'm going like, yeah, this is going to be D&D music for me for sure. For sure, like, guaranteed. I'm gonna actually use it because I play too much D&D. I go by Milo. I like your hoodie. Thank you, Milo. I appreciate that. That's my Christmas gift from the girl. So thank you. In any case, Emitros, thank you for submitting the track. I appreciate you allowing us to listen to it online and give our comments on it, limited as they are. I had a lot of fun listening to this song, and I was taken on an adventure. And, like, again, it's like very few things that took me out of that adventure. So you're very close to having a song that is basically on your way. I'll be working on a live orchestra in 3 days, so wish me luck. They're going to be playing one of my newer tracks. Let's go. Record the whole thing. Bring it here. Let's go. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about, Emitros. Evolve. Fucking, like, live through your art. Not just living because of your art. That's wonderful. A whole bunch of cops and their sirens outside. What the fuck? In any case, well done, Emitros. Thank you for trusting us with your track, but well done. It's a lovely piece. Very lovely. Let us keep going down this line. Kyanide is on. I don't know if Kyanide has been quiet. Oh no, but he's with us. He's with us. He's with us. Ooh, ladies and gents, my computer is just not having a great day. Let's close iTunes, at least. You're the best, Mike. Thanks. Thank you, Kyanide, Emitros. I appreciate the love, and thank you, Kyanide, for lurking. Thank you to all our lurkers. I seen you. I seen you. Let's keep it going. All right. Wow. Well, this webcam is nicer. It's much nicer. And even when I'm seeing it in the playback, it's like pretty nice even. But it's so hard on my computer, guys. It's like heating shit up. My computer's been running at 40% constantly. Like hitting 50 regularly. 50% CPU. But it is such a nice camera. I gotta get that contrast right, though, eh? I think. I'm pulling up. By the way, Kyanite, I've not forgotten you. I'm waiting for my computer to load this website because it's running an overdrive right now. So, yeah, don't be scared. Let's fix some of this shit. Oh, a little too much. Let's see. A little too little. All right, let's call it there. Because it's funny because I can see the actual difference in like my screen. My screen has a more of a objective view, but the MacBook itself that I'm watching this on playback is like colored, so I see the final result as most people will see it, which is nice. It's sort of like having studio speakers to mix and then having hi-fi speakers to hear what your mix sounds like. It's exactly what I'm doing, but visually. All right, that looks pretty nice. Damn, I love this camera. It's just a Canon T3 too. It is. I think you need better lights. I do need better lights. I'm using basically desk lamps and overheads right now. And I have this edge light that's over there, but it's not even that bright, I don't think. Can I turn it up higher, actually? Can I change this one's color? No, I cannot. Okay, well, that's that. I just need better lights in general. All good. My song's so cool, slowing your PC down. Let's go with that. Let's go with that. Here we go. We have it ready. True. Vámonos de Fiesta Factory. Let's go. All right. So we have Alien Rave Dance Party. An excellent name, if I've ever seen one myself. Just saying. Just wonderful. I just want to go home. And don't we fucking all, though? Like, straight up. Do we actually all not want to be home? Don't lie to me. Don't lie to me. So earlier I was spamming you stream on my Discord channels. See if I get some people to come back. Some of those folks really need this feedback. Fair. Fair, though. Oh, yeah, you started a stream. I saw that shit. Thank you very much for starting a stream. I appreciate that, man. That's always cool. I love that. I'm going to go follow. As soon as this is over, I'm going to go follow that. Just letting you know. Just letting you know. It's going to happen. So earlier, that sound wave looks scary and beautiful. Yeah, it could be nice, but it could be terrible. So let us listen to I Just Want to Go Home by Alien Rave Dance Party, Kyanite's track. Let us listen to it together. It is shitcore, so beware. There may be some aggressive portions in it. Is there any ear rape warnings that I should give to everyone on this channel, Kyanite? Is that something that I should be issuing before playing this track? Because probably not. Okay, but maybe. Okay, so maybe, everyone, ear rape warning. Maybe. I'm just gonna tag everyone. No, I can't do that on fucking Twitch. I can only do that on Discord. Ear rape warning, everyone. Just being careful. Being careful is what we're doing. So the song is about being friends with Jeffrey Epstein. That's fucking funny. That's fucking funny. Now reading the title, that's fucking funny. Okay. Let's go.
sky. I'm solo, I'm riding solo, I'm riding solo, I'm riding solo, solo. But it's over now, the pain is gone. I'm putting on my shades to cover up my eyes. I'm jumping in my ride, I'm heading out tonight. I'm solo, I'm riding solo, I'm riding solo, I'm riding solo, solo. You can't stop my shine. Now they call down, my head's in the sky. I'm solo, I'm riding solo, I'm riding solo, I'm riding solo, solo. I'm riding solo, I'm riding solo, I'm riding solo, solo.
Oof, abrupt ending. Okay, interesting though. Not it's like not my genre personally, but I can look past that and I can see like there's some interesting things that are happening in this song either way. Let's go through it again. Let's go with you talking about. Okay, so first of all, careful what you say, things like that. Careful who you say things like that around. To be honest, that's a career ender. I suppose it's risque, but I'm not the perpetrator here. Fucking Jeffrey Epstein is. I'm the one who's just kind of looking at the situation going like, okay, what are some ridiculous implications that we can make about that whole absolutely horrid and atrocious situation? But I get that some people might be obfuscated or offended about that. I get that. But yeah, if Ricky Gervais can do it, yeah, Ricky Gervais is a fucking legend. Holy moly, everyone is going to disappear now that K. Bruce said that. Ricky Gervais risked his career to say it. He's also an industry legend. He carries a bit more weight than a random dude on Twitch. Don't say random dude to my good friend Mike. I'm talking to K. Bruce. Oh, okay, then yes, exactly. Mike is the goat. Guys, let's not lie here. We are all on a stream where if you're doing things to intentionally harm someone else's feelings, you're being a dick. And that's not in it's like the chat rule number 1. Or rather number 3, I think. Fun is fun, don't be a dick. Now, there is a certain amount of dickery that we are targeting when we go for risque jokes. But I don't know. I think that's all in good fun much more. Again, ridiculing a terrible situation and taking power away from it by making jokes about it personally is the way that I ascribe to reality. Not necessarily by burying it and never talking about it. That's why I more ascribe to K. Bruce's mentality of going for the risque jokes than not. But I agree that, you don't have pull in the community. You don't have people support. But thank you, I Go My Milo. Appreciate that. We're at 343 follows out of 350, guys. Close to our goal. For those who aren't following yet, it's free. You can do it. You can do it. You are a random dude. So am I. You know what I mean? Like, it's not fucking. We're not talking about a streamer with hundreds and thousands of followers with millions of subscribers. We're talking about a dude who's just a random guy who likes talking about music. So I'm a random dude too. Real random dude was the friends we made along the way. Yeah, fair enough. That was funny though. I'm not that friend. Yes, you are, Imitros. You are one of those friends. Here is fair, to be honest. I'm meaning more like in real life. Just be careful. No, and you know what, Avenir? I do appreciate. This is why I'm not mad at you at all for saying things like that. It's like you're looking out for people, like to make sure that they don't end up hurting themselves at the end of the day. But I do appreciate that. I do appreciate the looking out for one another. Because bottom line is, Avenir, you're right. There are some people who are going to take that poorly. I think that that's more their problem, but I think that for some people, it can really escalate to a point where it's not just the problem of the people who are offended. I'm right now pushing a lot. Anyways, let's not get too much into the politics of it. Let's get back to Kyanite's track here. Imagine if that 111 viewer is the FBI. Imagine that. If you find one, tell him to write me an email. All right, let's get back to this track, folks. Let's listen to the production here, the shitcore production. Although I don't think it's that shitcore, honestly. I don't think it's horrible at all, man. I think it's actually a good track. So far, so good. So this is my first comment here, and I don't necessarily know that it's something that is, I don't know. It's, Kyanite's not even here. What the fuck? Bro. If you're gonna share your track and want to fucking get feedback on it, at least listen in. Yo, someone confirm this for me. Someone in the chat. Tell me if you see Kyanite in the chat right now. Because I'm not going to do a fucking track review for someone who's not here. I don't see him in the chat. My chat could be wrong, in which case that's cool. But like, I don't see him in this chat. He's still in the stream, but he isn't talking. No, I don't think he's here, man. No, that's not true, Avenir. You can add someone without who's not in the chat. You can add someone who's not in the chat if you have some things like extensions and plugins and stuff. And on top of it, if they're in the chat history, you could tag them. That's it, exactly, Pseudo. Oh, man. All right, well, we're gonna have to skip. Sorry, I'm not doing that. I'm like, it's just so unfair to everyone who actually stays for their fucking feedback. That it's so unfair. A little insulting. Unless something happened with the internet, like the dropout of the internet or something like that, in which case that's, you know, understandable. But like, come on. I distracted everybody with my dark humor. Okay, Bruce, please. It's not a distraction. He is here at Kyanide. No, that we went through that. Most painful Twitch feedback viewer. He's still in the stream, but he isn't. What's that? I go by Milo. Neowala! I'm trying to kill this fly for you, Neowala. Nope, not getting it. Thank you very much for the follow. Appreciate that. We're very close to 350, folks. It means we get closer to mine faster. It is true. Okay, let's just keep on going, dude. Let's just keep on going. I'm just trying to skip the queue to the next person. God damn it. That's so frustrating. No, not in the fucking chat. Fucking shit. Okay, well, try not to get mad at that anymore. No, not Nexi. Hashtag Nexi. Oh! Well, shit, dude. I just... Okay, I literally still have your link open, which is why we'll keep going. Because I literally just did not close it yet. So we'll keep going on that. Pseudo, go ahead and submit your link. I'll open it up preemptively, just so that, because now you're you're next in the chat. Just say if it was ass or not. I mean, I had suggestions that I was starting to say, but I think it's not ass. But ass is good. Ass is good. Ass is good. But it wasn't ass in that sense. I just had a suggestion about this build here. So there's a lot of build, drop, build, drop, build, drop, because there is not only a double build, one longer and one's faster, there is also a false drop. So it's a lot of up and down, and it like sort of toys with our emotions in a way that's not not conducive to building tension because you're releasing too often. So that's, I guess, what's happening here. It's like by the time the drop happens, we're like, oh, okay, now. That's my reaction. It's not like, oh shit. It's like, oh, okay, now it's happening. So yeah, not ideal. The drop itself is fine though. I don't really have a problem with anything else, I think. And then you jump right in there, so that's cool. Not my favorite drop in the second half, I'll be... But a nice descent after that. Mathematically, it's just very well structured, and I like that very much. I'm not a personal huge fan of the sudden cutoffs, so that's sort of my bugaboo, I suppose. But yeah, dude, I mean, it's not a bad song at all. I don't think it's ass. I don't think it sounds like shit. I think you should put more faith in yourself a little bit, dude. It's definitely the limits of what is acceptable mastering wise, because that's the genre I guess you're going for. That's actually what Avenir just said. It just sounds really aggressively pushed to the limits throughout, which I get is conducive of the genre, but there are cleaner ways to go about it, in my opinion. That's an excellent way of saying that. Wonderful way of saying that, actually. But the idea is cool, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, in general, yeah, it's just pushed really far, and that's the sound, which I think could be improved in terms of dynamics between back and forth between the push to, I said between like 3 times. What I meant to say is it could be balanced a little bit better between the clean and the pushed sections, dirt wise and full wise, but that's like textural preference. I'm not gonna really offer much more insight on that because I don't necessarily have a lot to say about that. You're saying you'll work on the pre-drop for sure. Right, all right. Thank you. Again, sorry about that. No worries, man. I thought there's a lot of people, kind of, you have to understand, it kind of frustrates me because a lot of people will drop their track and then they'll ditch. And then I'll be commenting on it for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and I'll realize oh, well, they're not even here. And this was kind of for naught. So thank you for coming back, is what I'll say. Either way, Kyanite, appreciate you submitting the track and allowing us to comment on it. That's always a thank you. Nope, fly disappeared. Rolled high enough stealth. Thank you for allowing us to provide our opinion on it. And thanks for coming back. I appreciate that very much. At least he came back, guys. That's a big thing. That's for me okay, no, there's something happened. And thanks for letting us know. So, we are going to continue it on down the line to Pseudo. Pseudo TV, aka the artist known as Suto. We have preface for this track. You wrote here about this track, Pseudo. Okay, I've sent this song before and I took your previous feedback. I've mixed and mastered the song and now I think it's 100% done. Okay? So in my ears, it's finished, but I would love a final feedback and I want to see if you think it's finished. Excellent to feel like we're almost there, but to just make sure. That's a good instinct to have, in my opinion. So we will listen to 3 minutes of this because Pseudo's a subscriber, I think. No, he's not. Not a subscriber. We'll listen to 2 minutes of it. Either way, doesn't matter. We will hear whether or not the track is, for the most part, ready to go or not in 2 minutes. We will know. So let us listen to I Don't Like It, I Love It, featuring James Backian and Stupid Rich by Pseudo.
I don't like it. I love it, love it, love it. Uh-oh. So good it hurts. I don't want it. I gotta have it. Uh-oh. When I can't find the words, I just go do, 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 do. I don't like it. No, I love it. Do, do, do. Can't find the words, I just go. I'ma hit it till I jackpot. That's right, wax on, baby, wax off. Act right, we can put it on a black card. All night, now spend it, I'll spend it. Cause I don't like it. I love it, love it, love it. Uh-oh. So good it hurts. I don't want it. I gotta have it. Uh-oh. When I can't find the words, I just go.
That's 2 minutes, folks. So, we will keep going back over this, but I don't think there's much more to do, dude. That sounds clean and tasty in my ears. So, I'm liking it. I like how it has a warmth to it. It definitely has high-end energy, but it has this certain warmth to it, and it's a nice mix in that way. I'm liking the cohesiveness between things. Everything seems to be in its right place. I have a comment, I think, about the vocals and the side chain and the effect that that's having. We're going to get there, but I don't think I have much to say about the intro. Let's find out.
I don't like it. I love it, love it, love it. Uh-oh.
It's a very minor comment, but we've talked about this today already in another person's song. We were talking about maybe taking the dynamic elements, such as like dynamic rhythmic elements, such as either hi-hats or in this case the snaps. Those snaps sound so great. What if we were to like take those and spread them a little bit, like 25-30%? Honestly, it's like just a little room for the vocals to breathe. Just a thought.
So good it hurts, I don't want it. I gotta have it. Uh-oh.
Actually, they are a little bit panned already. Okay.
When I can't find the words, I just go.
Nice, powerful drop, a kick there. That's nice. That's very nice contrast.
I don't like it. No, I love it.
sounds great, man. Yeah, well, this is the thing, Hunter. I know what you mean by automating brightness boosting on drops. I get what you mean, but something about this track and the brightness, I don't want it to have brightness on this track. I think it's warm and tasty as it is. I think it has perfect amount of brightness, personally. It's I'm Dead. I don't agree at all. I gotta agree with you on this one, I'm Dead. I'm just loving the balance of the high end in this track. It's so rich and what's the word? Velvety. It's a velvety high end. The glassy pluck could come down a tiny bit. It overrides the chords just a little bit. Yes, it could, but I think that it's a choice personality of the song wise. I think it's a choice. But I'm talking like 1 dB. Agreed. Like it doesn't have to come down by much at all. And if you want it to be perfectly balanced, I think personally the 1-2 dBs is all really what it needs. But the fact that it's standing out in that way, I'm actually liking that because we have an odd lead element that is calling our attention to it, and that sometimes our attention will fade back to the synth strings, and we'll fall back to that. That's our lead element. That's what's calling attention to it, and it's like almost as loud as vocals should be. That's nice. I like that. Sounds great as is. If you want a bit more pop on it, I'd go with something like the FG36A plugin. I don't know what that does. Let's look it up. FG36A. I heard someone say something about, I saw someone say something about that's my favorite gun in Modern Warfare 3. Agreed. Fucking FGs. FALs though. Am I right? Oh, wow. I fucked that up. GFG. No, makes no sense. FG36A. I'm so good at typing. Sounds dull to me, like all blurred out, but easy on the ears. No, I don't think it actually sounds blurred out at all. I think that it's definitely analog feeling, but I don't know. I'm an SMG guy personally. You know, me too. It depends. If I go SMG, it's going to be like silenced. It's going to be like silenced because I want to like be quick and stealthy and around corners a lot. Otherwise, I'm going heavy assault rifle and let's fucking go. Distance or not. Because SMGs, that's the problem. You got to get up and close. And if I have an opportunity to pick them off from like a medium distance, I'm going to go for it. But I'm not a great player either way. I suck at shoot 'ems. I was going to say shoot 'em ups. I'm 30. This is nice. This is cool. A faithful emulation, legendary vintage exciter from the 1960s. Oh, it's an exciter. Cool. And interesting. SMG and tack knife is my go-to. I get it. Let's keep on going through Pseudo's track here. Okay, so yeah, I'm feeling like the sidechain is kind of affecting the vocals a little bit too much. I'm not sure if this was a comment on my last comments on your song, Pseudo. I don't know if we talked about that, or if I mentioned that, or if I was the one to say, put sidechain on, because that would be embarrassing. But I feel like there's just a little bit too much, and it's evident to me in two ways. The first way is in this particular section, it's pumping a little bit too much, and it's actually not as loud as it should be and not as lead of an element as it is. But what's happening in the second way is also after when the beat drops, it's too loud. Right here.
Spin it, I spin it, 'cause don't push it, 'cause I'ma hit it till I jackpot. That's right, wax on.
So if that volume was the volume during the beat section as well, then I would say that's fine, that's loud enough, or that's not too loud rather. But because the
Hey now, I'm glad to meet you. Turn up, girl, blow the speaker. Everything about it, now blow the.
It's kind of fighting with its own beat, so it's decomping a little bit aggressively and not really creating that filling space effect. So that's what I would say with that. Maybe just dial down well, what you could do is two things. You could dial down the sidechain effect, and then just balance the volume between the two sections. Or you could just automate the volume to be louder with a sidechain effect. So you just boost it during the sidechain effect, it comes up, and then you bring it back down to the level that you have it at now for the moments where there's no beat. That'll clean that up a little bit. What do we got here? Track Spacer is a wonderful tool for sidechaining vocals. If you have Soothe, you can do it with that. I've heard of that as well. No need to do it with compression to get that pumping effect. Sidechaining on Vox should be like no more than 30% wet to get that clean pump effect. I'd say it's the tool rather than the percentage. It could be both. I'm dead. Because I have excellent success with the fucking Logic stock compressors with sidechains. And I literally just dialing in the right percentage makes it sound like different types of tools. But different tools will allow us to achieve results that are optimal faster. That's for sure. Without a doubt. That's what the tools are there for. Soothe and Track Spacer are things that will just allow us to get to the end result quicker with less effort. So it's a good thing to have is knowing what tools to have. But a better thing to have, in my opinion, is knowing what to do with the tools you have, then getting tools. But that's my personal opinion. I always use both, but for kick to Vox sidechain specifically in a drop, no more than 30% wet. Soothe will be for across an entire track. Understood. Understood. But yeah, I think that's pretty much the last thing that I had to say about your song, Pseudo. Let's
I don't want it. I gotta have it. Uh-oh.
So I'm going to do a comparison here between sections.
So good it hurts. When I can't find the words, I just go good it hurts.
Okay, good. Have to go to bed, but we'll be back for the next one. Take care of yourself, Hunter Music. Sorry we couldn't get to you in time, but we'll see you on the next one, my dude. The new year is going to be a long one. We're going to be streaming for a lot longer in other days, but not particularly today. So thank you for leaving, and thank you for coming on by and saying hi. Ben Simon Music, hi. How you doing? Welcome back, I should say. Happy New Year. I was checking Pseudo just to make sure that these two sections here are not too identical, because there should be no sections like that repeat sections in an absolutely identical way, except exceptionally some drops. Some drops could do that, and I hear that that's pretty much what you've done in your second drop. It's a choice. It's not the choice that I would make, but it's a choice, and I respect it. Either way, I respect it, so it's fine. I think that's pretty much all I had to say about your track there, Pseudo. Honestly, thank you for allowing us to listen to it on the stream. Thank you for allowing us to comment on it, provide feedback on it. Yeah, hopefully being receptive to that feedback. There's really very little to do left, but I'm really enjoying what is sounding like. I love the way that your master is coming to life. I love that. It's really great. So well done on that. We just got to tweak a couple of things. But well done, dude. Pseudo, thank you for trusting us with your track. I appreciate that very much. We are going to move on down the line. And I believe it is Avenir's turn is next. Absolutely. Ben Simon Music, doing good, man. Thanks. What about you? Pretty good? Pretty good? New camera? New hoodie? Not new camera. It's an old camera, but I'm repurposing it for the stream. It's making my computer go crazy, which is why the video is so choppy. So I gotta figure something out there because it's losing its shit. But yeah, good. Pretty good. Yeah. All right, let's pull up this link here, Avenir. Oh yeah, also a new bottle. Gotta remember to drink water, man. So important. My computer is having lots of trouble, and it's gonna explode now. Fuck. I could have tied that in with the melody, but I lost it. All right, what are you guys saying? My fucking chat's bugging up here. My computer's losing its shit. hovering at 40% CPU is a terrible place to be. Thank you, Ben Simon, for joining the queue. Appreciate that. Yeah, that's a nice hoodie, man. I appreciate that very much. So disclaimer, this almost completely unmixed, so don't hammer me too much on mixing issues. Okay. I'll suggest things, but I won't hammer you on it necessarily. I like the hoodie also sets the mood. Cassin's Corner. Welcome back, Thomas. Nice to see you as always. Thanks for tuning on in. But yeah, that's thank you very much. I appreciate it. I love the hoodie. Exactly, pretty funky. That's not a bottle, man. That's a barrel. You want to see something fucked up? Hold up. I'll be right back. Okay, so just to compare here, this one's mine. It's 1 liter. It's 1 liter, so it's like, I don't know, 32 ounces, I guess. This is my girlfriend's. It's so ridiculous and so massive. Like, why? But like, je comprends pas. But she drinks a lot of water because of it, so it's good. I'm gonna go give this back to her now that I've made fun of her on the stream. Giving it back to her and she's like, why? Ridiculous. Anyways, we have your track pulled up here, Avenir. Just waiting for this thing to be loaded. Started a band with Big D. Hopefully soon we'll have some work for you to feedback. Oh, shit! Shrek Fruit, that's good to hear. That's fucking good to hear. I'm happy about that, dude. I'm happy that you guys are actually playing some live music together. How's the stream tonight, Lil Korgs? Dude, thanks for tuning in. The stream as well. Happy New Year to you, dude. Thanks for coming on by. I have to jump to bed. You can skip my queue position. Thanks for the stream. Sorry we couldn't get to you. It's I'm Dead. I appreciate your subscription nonetheless. Have a lovely evening in bed, and we will get to you next time one way or the other. I'll make sure of it. Shall we? Yes. By all means, give me mixing ideas as you hear them, but treat it as I'm yet to mix this. Yeah, no, dude, don't worry about that. We'll be honest. We'll be gentle, is what I want to say. Shit's lagging a little hard. I know. You could be, if you want to help, we have the Mike Smack is about to give out fund. You can donate in the About section if you'd like to help contribute to the stream so that we can actually hit our goal here. You can do command leave. It's I'm Dead. Thank you very much, Avenir. Appreciated that. It's okay. We can take him out one way or the other. We'll skip him. You let me know. That's really what I appreciate, is that I know. That's a silo. It damn well is Ben Simon music. It is a fucking silo. She does like her water, K. Bruce. The leader one is already big. And yet, I've drank on it and it's like halfway done already. And I was full for the beginning of the stream. So it's like, not that bad. All right, folks, we're going to get to actual music here. Avenir, let us listen to this dance EDM track. Well, 3 minutes of it at least. For ID 009 Destination. I don't know about that title. That's personally my opinion. But let's listen to it here. Let's listen to 3 minutes of it.
We don't need to talk cause it's in our eyes. Energy from us always underlined, taking us away to a paradise. Giving me all these signs disappear. But tonight, cause my heart is overtaken, Feelings at the wheel and never breaking. We don't even know the destination. Oh, I can't stop. Oh, I can't stop. Heart is overtaken. Feelings at the wheel and never breaking. We don't even know the destination. Oh, I can't stop. Oh, I can't stop. Feelings at the wheel and never breaking. We don't even know the destination. Oh, I can't stop. Oh, I can't stop. 'Cause my
All right. So I can pretty much guess where it's going to go. Let's just hear this. Fucking flies. Let's just hear this to make sure that we're not, like, skipping anything that's completely different. Oh, it's completely different. Okay, cool. Oh, no, it's not. It's the same thing. Okay, cool. Cool. So my first comment here is it's a bit lengthy for what you're doing. Because repeating the entire build and then getting to the drop in an even lengthier manner than the first drop while doing nothing new, mixing aside, it's just not great arrangement, I guess. I would like elements of novelty to come in here and to like sweep me off my feet a little bit so that I keep listening to this track. But this is basically like a kind of copy-pasted twice, one after the other. And I get that some people can get away with that, but that's not great composition. So I would say fucking Fly gets away every time. This one's a slippery bitch. I would say personally, you're going to probably want to rework the entire like second build. Personally, would be my advice. I know that's a lot of advice, rather like a big ask, but we're gonna be honest here. And 4 minutes and 50 seconds to tell the story that you're telling, it's just a long time. Like, don't get me wrong, the drop itself coming in at 112, 110, that in and of itself is a long time. It's like, that in and of itself can take less long. But I get what you're doing. I see what you're doing here. It's just, let's think about just the intro.
We don't need to talk 'cause it's in our eyes. Energy from us.
It's good when it comes in, but it comes in, I don't know. It feels a little like lengthy in general.
Always underlined, taking us away to a paradise.
Like now you're doing something changing in this section, which is cool, vocally speaking.
Giving me all these signs.
We don't need this. We don't need this.
'Cause my heart is over.
Yeah, this is taking away energy from you. So you fucking flies. This is taking away energy from you. So this section is not as effective. And the other thing is that this section itself is lengthy and could very well be saved for the second build. You could very well remove this entire rise and just cut from this straight to the drop. Watch. Where's the drop happen again? 110, 112 or something? Okay, cool.
'Cause tonight, cause my stars.
Fuck, I estimated wrong.
Cause my
That's actually really interesting because you kiss my cut to the drop. You thought you were getting something else, you get a drop. Boom, the song is interesting. Then you have the double rise in the second section. Okay, fine. Even I think that's still a little lengthy. I would cut out a lot of it, but I would absolutely cut out this entire rise in favor of a first drop right there. Personally. You do what you want. The drop's fine. The drop is pretty good. I would have started the vocals here, personally, instead of starting them. Keep it like a shorter drop. Keep it like as Ben Simon says, 16 bar drop in this particular instance. So you keep it short and you keep it juicy. And then you get to a more epic rise and drop. And that makes more like sense just mathematically, but also feel-wise. It's greater. It's just greater. Yeah, I hear what you mean. I could do something along those lines. I tend to write an original mix, then do edits like that for a radio mix once the original mix is done. Well, actually, this is my fault for not asking from the beginning, like, this is obviously your live mix. Is like, that's what I should have asked at the beginning. Is like, this is your live mix, right? It sounds like that. But we were talking about getting on labels and shit, and I was going to be like, oh, well, you might want to trim it down for labels. But yes, I get what you're saying. You have composed this in a way that is basically made for live. But even for live, dude, if your drop is identical one to the other, and it takes that long to get from one drop to the other, even your live mix, you're the only one that's spinning that full live mix. Everyone else who's spinning your track is dropping one drop once, and that's it. They're moving to the next track. Personally, like I say to everybody who's producing on this channel, I would personally say something like, you want to give no excuse but for someone to listen to both drops and spin both drops live. It's like kind of make it so good that DJs have no choice but to play your full track. And that's the way I would approach not only your radio edit, but your live edit as well. Like if you're doing something worthy of 5 minutes, okay, fine. But if you can tell the same story in 3 minutes or 4 minutes, why not just do that and call it a live mix? That's that on that. That's just me. I mean, I listen to Astrality, Yuma, and Avion for the structure reference. This is the genre I release as well. This guy used to be my boss. Tevin! Sorry, Evil Nuts! Sorry, I let it out. Your real name. Yes, what's up, dude? Welcome to the stream. Avenue Music, absolutely. I wouldn't submit something this long to a label for sure. No, well, that's it. That's what we're talking about here. But I wouldn't even submit this to a live stream person. Like, not a live stream, but like a live DJ spinner person that spins this music. They used to call him Midnight Snack at work back in the day. Did they really? I didn't know about that. Midnight Snack? Okay, I'll take it. I have no idea what that means, but I'll take it. I'm in ad hell right now. Yeah, you're coming out of it. Anyways, Avenir, I don't mean to harp on the same thing, personally. I like just think what I'm thinking. I didn't know my name was Midnight Snack, Evil Nuts. I didn't know that where we were working. I didn't know that. This is news to me. Anyways, I'm Tevin. Now, I know you're Tevin, Evil Nuts. I know. I'm trying not to say your real name. But, okay, there we go. Tevin, what's up? But Avenir, for real, most important, fix the placement of the vocals. Yeah, in this drop. In this drop, specifically. It needs to come in here. It needs to come in right here. It does need to be, yeah. Yeah, I agree with that. I work with this vocal a lot and it's not on beat correctly. Really? I hear it. I think it's pretty much on beat. Fucking flies.
Never breaking. We don't even know the destination. Oh, I can't stop. Oh, I can't stop.
I don't actually... It's perfectly on beat, Ben. I hear no issues timing-wise. It is on beat, but it's supposed to be a bit earlier. I mean, that's subjective. That's the beauty of music. I don't necessarily agree. I don't necessarily agree. I think it sounds good this way. Me, person who doesn't know the sample, and everybody else in the world who are all people who don't know the samples, wouldn't be able to tell you what is the right or wrong placement for this particular sample. I don't think that there's anything wrong, personally. It's just the wonderful thing about creating music is that for you, this is off. And I feel that way about rhythm music as a whole. Oh, where's DGE when you need him? But yeah, it's the wonderful thing about subjectivity is like, for me, this sounds good. This sounds good. Yeah, about this Avenir, again, I think the arrangement could be reduced even in a live music context, even in a full mix context. I think we are extremely indulgent within ourselves. And I think that that's a problem songwriting-wise. Because it's just bad songwriting. This is just like not telling a story that is moving up and up. And if you could shave this down from 4:50 to 3 minutes, why wouldn't you? And why wouldn't that be your full song? Because you can tell that story. Concision, brevity is the, what is it? Brevity is the sake of wit or something like that. Some fucking expression like that. Brevity is the soul of wit. That's what it is. So, yeah. I think personally we need to be a little more brief with our tracks. That's only my thing. I think you gave me the same feedback on my track now that I think about it. I mean, it might be a pattern for you, Avenir. Ow! Fucking knew that this was going to bleed. Goddamn skin. Winter. It's the worst. Yeah, I might have given you the same feedback, Avenir, but you might very well be exhibiting a pattern of wanting to hear more of yourself than you need to express to the world. I'm an artist, I get it. I play a bunch of instruments. I want to play them all the time. I want them to be as juicy and as punchy and as forward as possible. Guitar, bass, drums, and vocals. I want all of those things to be always everywhere all at once. Everywhere, everything all at once. All that movie. But the production like editor in me thinks that that's too much. And I have to edit myself down a lot more than I would like to, a lot of the time. So, that's just where I'm coming from here, Avenir. It's impossible that I'm giving you the same feedback as last time, but yeah. But yeah, of course, you can do what you want. Just give it a try. You can always move it again. For sure. Give it a try. It's always worth trying, I suppose, Ben Simon. But, yeah. That's the why I love music. Lol, musicians are always identifying samples and melodic movements. Example, the amen break and the lick. The lick. I do that a lot too. Yeah, man. Absolutely. I'm loving the creativity in this stream. right now. Like it's people who are seeing music in different ways, and it's all just so wonderful. And I think that to a certain extent, people producing in their own way is beautiful, and also needs to be realized that, like, okay, how much is too much of yourself out there? It's a common problem that I have with a lot of music that's submitted on the stream, is that it's too long. But it's nothing personal, Avenir. Because again, the composition of it, what is contained in that song, all the elements individually are all really well, like, assembled. They just need to be now arranged in a way that tells the story exactly as long as it needs to be told. No longer, no less. Literally Kehui Kwan. I don't know who that is. But good track, Avenir, nevertheless. Agreed. Drop was nice and melody was good. Agreed. Synth design work was great for the genre and trend. Agreed. Agreed on all accounts. Avenir, I think all those words, everything that was in there was wonderful. We just need to now tie it together in a way that feels a little more interesting. That said, Avenir, in any case, I'm always appreciative of you submitting your track. I'm always appreciative that you allow us to listen to it online, allow us to comment on it, be open to the feedback I'm hoping. But thank you either way for trusting us with your track as you did. It's always a pleasure to speak to you. Avenir, also thank you for the subscription today. Wonderful to be able to feel supported by you guys. Always feels lovely. So yeah. We are moving on to iNot. Moving on down the line. Damn. I just got a really good idea. Visually speaking, I just got a really good idea, guys, and I'm going to do it. Because I just saw it while iNot's song pulls up, which is going to take a minute. I don't know why I didn't do this at first. Lack of creativity or ingenuity or some shit like that. I don't fucking know. But this is obviously what needs to be done here, right, guys? Like, obviously it needs to hold in place, but like this is much better, right? That's so much better. It's like so much better. It was just hanging off my door before and I wasn't like sure what to do with it. That's so much better. I'm only saying that the thing about the vocal, Avenir, because I worked on the track Hush Hush by Harrison, and it pisses me off that the vocal was placed as it is. There you go, Avenir. Ben Simon wasn't taking it personally. He was just looking out for you, as we do here. And it's not stuck on the streams and it's not stuck on those streams because people notice it. Ooh. Oh shit. That one was concerning for my own health, I think. And it's now stuck on those streams because people notice it. Ah, I see. Well, shit. Mike, can you play some drum and bass on your drums, please? I don't know. Can I? That's a really good question, dude. I don't know. Can I? Is that what you meant? I hope. I don't have any samples like drum and bass sounds because I'm not using a brain. I'm using a sample like a sound designer on my DAW. Sampled, sending you a track soon. Awesome finish, dude. Thank you for the first time chat. Appreciate that. Sampling without Mike noticing. Oh shit! Oh shit! Y'all motherfucking sneaky motherfuckers. Interesting. Well, shit, guys. Triggers, yes, that's the word that I was looking for, K. Bruce. I'm using triggers and I'm coming into my DAW, which has a drum designer. So it's not as easy as switching sounds just like that. But I guess that's what you were talking about. Let's say that's what we get. Okay. Gotta go, Mike. Hit you soon. Shrek Fruit, take care of yourself. Nice seeing you again. Happy New Year again, and we'll speak to you soon, man. All right, folks. Superior drummer S tier, Naji. You're gonna flip out. But this shit right here, this shit is the stock Logic plugin. That is stock Logic drums mixed properly. That's what that sounds like. And that's what I can do. That's my biggest accomplishment, I think, of last year, is getting these digital ass drums to sound like that. Anyways. The song I sent is an experimental stuff I made this week. First song of the year. Okie dokie. Well, experimental could be fun. Let's listen. Ladies and gentlemen, I02, the artist known as I02, and the track Lost Boy. Experimental track. Let's listen.
Long lost boy drifting through the ocean brings me treasures every day. He has been sailing with devotion, and he is feared by every man. Bring me jewels, bring me treasure, lost boy, your soul was sold. Bring me gold, oh lost boy, your story's told. Again and again, people will not forget how a little boy made all of them regret. It was a dark, dark night, walking through the forest. The little boy was scared to death, he was one of the smallest. He turned away from the group, cause he heard sounds of horror. He went to see his girl, cause he was kinda worried for her. The door was open, his girl was there. The witch had spoken, the room turned red. She cursed his life with no more love, with no more eyes to see the sunshine. And he was bound to sail the seas, an endless life with an endless disease. Oh.
That's 2 minutes. Okay, I have comments about it. So the idea, the conception of it is pretty good. It's like your ideas are suitable to the sound of your voice, like the texture of your voice. Now we just got to work first and foremost on your vocal performance. Because your vocal performance is not only shaky pitch-wise, but it's shaky confidence-wise as well. It gets a little bit better later on in the song. But you're talking about something that you need to be the salesman for your own song. so you need to be above average good. And that needs a little more confidence in the vocal tracks and vocal takes, I think. So that's my first comment for you, is like the vocals are not... The sound of your voice works great with this track. The takes that you have, I feel like could be better. I'm not necessarily a fan with the... I don't have a huge problem with it, but the pronunciation as well of your words is something to take into consideration. Obviously, English isn't your first language, and the fact that you can sing in English and pronounce words in general that are understandable, kudos to you, considering that it's not your first language. Kudos to you. I think, personally, it could be charming. The accent could be charming, sort of like Gogol Bordello a little bit, where they have a very, very significant accent, but it's got to be good vocals, and it's got to be confident, and it's got to be leaning into the best qualities of your vocals. Otherwise, it kind of sounds just weird. Mitros, I'm leaving now, Mike, so see you on another day, and always get 20 on Dungeons & Dragons. Oh, nope. Stop falling off the table. Natural 20! I'm not shitting you. I wish I could show you. Can I show you? I don't think I'll be able to show you. I don't think it'll work. No, I can't show you. It's a fucking natural 20. It's just literally what it was. I can't even zoom and focus. God damn it. It was a natural 20, I promise. I'm not fucking lying to you. I am so happy when I roll natural 20s, so you can believe me. Anyways, let's go through this track real quick. I carry luck in my back. Well, then you need to sit at my fucking table, because lucky needs to happen more often. Bit of a long intro for so little to be happening, because I would put in a second guitar or something like that personally. Maybe maybe doing like a canon sort of thing with your guitars. Kind of. There it is. Let's hear.
Long lost.
Or something, I guess. I don't know. No, shut up. You. I don't want. Why is there so much delay? Jesus. That's better. Maybe just harmonies. Having it so that you can start off with a little bit more of a punch in your song. Because one guitar and one bass for 12 seconds is... I don't know. Give me more. Give me more. I can handle more. Yeah, so that's an idea. Easy idea for that, I guess.
Drifting through the
And also, we're gonna need more than just bass and vocals, because again, we put in guitar, then we take away guitar, and we replace it with vocals, and it's like you've just created less momentum for yourself. You haven't lost momentum, you've taken the guitars and you've replaced it with vocals, but you're flat, which means you're going down. Your momentum's going, if your momentum's going flat, it's going down. That's how we have to think of it. So at this point, maybe
Yo. Long lost boy drifting through the ocean brings me treasures every day. He has been.
Sorry, hold on a second, my tuning's off. That's what I wanted. I wanted some drop D. So like, yeah.
Long lost boy drifting through the ocean brings me treasures every day. He has been sailing with devotion, and he is feared by every man. Bring me jewels, bring me treasure, lost boy, you're so awesome. Bring me silver, bring me gold. Oh, lost boy, your story's told. Again, again, and again, people will not forget. Our little boy made all of them regret. It was a dark, dark night, walking.
Right there, one guitar track, adding that kind of layer. Okay, you've got yourself a song. Build-wise, you have yourself a song. So now we can start talking. So yeah.
Through the forest, the little boy was scared to death. He was one of the smallest. He turned away from.
We need to have a couple of those lead licks in there. This is verse 2, so now the song has to step up. We have to bring it even more heat and even more lead elements. So now the guitars should not just be sounding sort of chill. They should actually be sounding a little bit more aggressive, if anything.
He was one of the smallest. He turned away from the group cause he heard sounds of horror. He went to see his girl cause he was kind of worried for her. The door was open, his girl was there. The witch had spoken, the room turned red. She cursed his life with no more love.
Just ideas. Just ideas. You do what you want with them. But yeah, we need a story. We don't just need a story told to us through lyrics. We need a story told to us through music. And unfortunately, a bass line and a so-so drum beat, which I'll be honest with you, this drum needs a lot of work. Like a lot of work. Like as in you need a drummer to tell you what sounds good in certain sections, because we need a little bit more life breathed into this song by drumming. A little bit.
We had old dark night walking. Our little boy made all of them regret. It was a dark, dark night walking through the forest. The little boy was scared to death. He was one of the smallest. He turned away from the group cause he heard sounds of horror. He went to see his girl cause he was kind
Of course, my guitars, my system is going to overload while I'm trying to add in things. But like, let's just do this, I guess.
of. It was a dark, dark night walking through the forest. The little boy was scared to death. He was one of the smallest. He turned away from the group cause he heard sounds of horror. He went to see his girl cause he was kind of worried for her. The door was open, his girl was there. The witch had spoken, the room turned red. She cursed his life with.
My computer's bugging up with all of these tracks open, but we're in that zone. Am I right? We're in that zone. We're feeling that kind of stuff. I'd say you need more of that. I'd say you need more songwriting elements in your song, personally. That would be my biggest suggestion to you. That, and we're going to want you to work on your vocals so that you have as much out of every lyric as we should be feeling. So every line counts. So that's just something you got to keep in mind. I go by Milo. I must leave to go get a massage. Well, excuse me. Enjoy your massage, though. I'm very happy that you're getting a massage. Massages are tight and awesome. Look, have a good day, and look forward to joining you in the next stream. Thank you for leaving, and I appreciate you letting us know. Thank you. I go by Milo. Take care and have a wonderful massage. Whew. Massage sounds about right these days. Yes, sir. My cousin is a drummer. Going to hit him up. That's definitely phenomenal. I think that's pretty much all I have to say about your track, I Not. You have a good idea here. You have a good idea because the textures are all like written in ways that are conducive to like the feel of your song. So I'm happy about that. But we now just need to execute at 100% capacity of everything. Drums, guitar, bass. Honestly, and this is terrible because I'm also a bassist, but bass could pretty much remain as simple as it is throughout the song, and it wouldn't be the worst crime in the world because it has such a low vibey feel. And the rest around it could bring your energy. But I think you do need to bring that energy. And I think you're very close. But until then, thank you for allowing us to listen to this version of the track. Thank you for allowing us to comment on it and being open to the feedback. I'm hoping. Open and I'm hoping. And thank you very much for trusting us with your track. It's always kind of you, I Not. Thank you for coming back. Happy New Year as well. We are going to keep blowing on through here. This list, It's I'm Dead has asked us to skip his name. Their name, I suppose. Niwola. You're up. Are you still with us? Nope. Well, that's okay. Not everyone can stay. We're just going to keep moving. Actually, I'm going to wait 10 more seconds. So close. That's better. All right. Next up, Ben Simon Music. Ben, you've been a wonderful contributor in this chat today. You've been providing a lot of good feedback and a lot of some good suggestions for people to try in their songs, and I respect that greatly. It also makes my life easier, just bottom line, because people are contributing in this community and are allowing for us to feel like we are all on the same team. Ben Simon Music, are you with us? I see you're in the chat. Oh shit. Ben Simon. I'll tag you again, but we're gonna have to keep moving, my dude. Oh no! Just as I was praising you. Okay, you're here. Good. As I saw you in the chat. God, this fucking dry skin is driving me up a goddamn. That is very true. I'm not going to lie, I enjoy having this much water on hand. Because I get thirsty often. And I get thirsty to a point where I just want to like chug literally a full glass of water in like 3 sips. And this, I could do that so many times over. Sometimes I'll drink an entire 500 milliliter bottle of water in one shot. 10 gulps. That's how much it takes me. 10 gulps. This would take me 20 and I would probably have my stomach explode at the same time. But there's a certain charm to having the option to kill yourself with water. So yeah. Shout outs to killing yourself with water. Also, in about 8 minutes, I'm going to be closing the queue, gentlemen and folks, ladies, gentlemen, everything in between. I'll be closing this queue, so we're going to be just finishing whoever's left on the queue, and we will be ending the stream for the day. Nice short little one today. Also, and Ben Simon, I'm going to pull up your track now. I see that you've submitted the link, and we're going to get to your preface. We're going to listen. We're going to read that out loud, and we're going to make sure we're all on the same page with regards to your music. Just going to wait for this to be a little less choppy. Okay. So, about the raffle. So, as I've said today already and many times in previous streams, I'm bad at this. I'm good at the music part of this. I'm good at the, what sounds good, what looks good on camera, I suppose. I'm good at that part. But I'm not good at the peripherals. Not good at everything that goes around it. So like the whole social media, the whole competition, the whole throwing things on different platforms and whatnot. Not good at that. The raffle is an example of how I'm not super great on this. Because I offered, basically what happened was I offered anybody to clip their track review at some point. If they did that, they would be entered in a raffle to win their track review featured across platforms. And I was on board for that, and I was super excited to do that. And I realized that, unfortunately, Twitch deleted a lot of my VODs before I could download them or re-upload them at least to YouTube. So 3 out of the 4 weeks, or 3 out of the 5 weeks that were raffleable are missing. So, unfortunately, I don't know that I'll be able to do a raffle for December. Because that would suck for everyone who submitted a clip, and it's the majority of you guys who submitted the clips for the episodes that I am unfortunately missing the files. And it sucks because I lost the entire week, not just the feedback stream, but I lost the mixing and the mastering stream too. It was just I did not do that in time and I lost it, and I'm sorry about that. But the unfortunate reality is that Twitch, I contacted them and they don't keep any files. They delete them as well on their servers. Understandably, there's a lot of people who stream, so a lot of space that gets taken up. But unfortunately, I fucked up, guys. So I'm going to be better with that. I will, however, be keeping that raffle going. And henceforth, I will be better with the documentation purposes. With the documentation processes, I should say. I'll be uploading every single stream the day after it airs onto YouTube. I'll be diligent with that. The days following onto YouTube. Because I have no fucking choice anymore. But that leads me to the good news, which is we're going to do a raffle per month for the year. So it's not just going to be a once per year thing. This has motivated me to want to do this for every month upcoming. So anybody who has submitted a review today can clip any part. I'm also making this a lot simpler. You clip any part of this stream, your favorite part, basically, and you're entered into the raffle. It doesn't have to be a part of your track review, although that would make sense for you if you're trying to get your track review into the, across platforms featured. But essentially, clip a part of your favorite part of the stream, you're entered in the raffle. Let's just keep it simple. How about that? Okay, folks. Let's keep it moving. Sorry. That was irresponsible of me. And it has taught me to be more responsible than that. So I'll be doing that from now on. But it'll be a once a month thing, not just once a year. So at least there's that. Anyways, let's listen here to Ben Simon and the track Running by the artist known as Lucas Ben Simon. Let's listen to 2 minutes of this, shall we?
I'm running. It's all that I can do. Running from my desperate ooze. I'm starving, hungry for you. I'm wanting someone to pursue. I'm running. It's all that I can do. I'm running from my desperate youth. I'm starving. I'm hungry for you. I'm wanting someone to pursue. I'm running from it.
Oh shit, that was 2 minutes. Sorry about that, dude. I got lost in it. That's good. It's good. I was vibing, dude. Good track. I have some comments. So let's go back to the top here because I think I'm going to just jump right into it here. Ah, stop it. Back to the top, I said. Oh, fuck it. I'll just do it manually. There you go. The Lost in It is good, man. It got me contemplating shit. So good job with the emotions. Can't hate you for that. Here we go.
I'm running.
Okay, right off the bat. Vocals have a little bit of harsh high mids. I like the air, the high end. I like the air that's in there. But the high mids, I'm probably thinking 3K. 3.2K. I think. I'm thinking it's 3.2K, give or take. You're going to want to probably a little bit.
It's all that I can do. Running from my desperate ooze.
Okay, so at this point, I'm looking for some new stuff. You have changed the chord progression a little bit at this point, and we're getting to something a little bit different at this point. But texturally speaking, there's too much going on way in the background for me to think that this song is evolving really thoroughly and efficiently. It's taking a little bit of time to evolve, I guess, is what I'm saying.
I'm starving, hungry for you.
repeats, but you have this swelling note that's coming in that's giving, again, something that is technically different. Like in the mathematics of it all, it is technically different, but just texturally, it's not creating as much of an impact in the contrast that we need.
I'm wanting someone to pursue.
It's good, but first of all, it's stepping on the vocals a little bit because they're both very centered. So we're going to probably want to throw one of those left and right, which is most likely going to be our pad, for sure. And also, we're going to need something else to like fill out that space, because let's say we have our pad there. What's happening here? What's going on there right now? Okay, so there's some of those pulsing chords that are in the left and right as well, a little bit of the bass as well. There is the reverb for the vocals is very wide, is very wide, and that's nice. So that's good, but I don't know, there's not just very much energy that is being added to this track. So yeah, originally I had the element that introduced in the second drop, both drops and both build-ups, so it's a bit empty now. So like this one here. What if you were to just use this riff here? What if you were to use that strategically, like throw it in sporadically in this section? Could be an interesting thing. No, that's for sure. No, you'll hear it. You could add, I could add the...
I'm running from a desperate youth.
So that super 80s sawtooth, kind of filtered sawtooth synth is a good thing to add as well. But I would say be careful, play with it. Don't like lean into a riff. Play with the sound. Just go like boom, 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 boom. Like do a half tempo version of the riff that you have in your drop, for instance. So instead of going boom, 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 do boom, 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 boom. And it's just an introduction of something that we're gonna hear later, but it is more an introduction than an actual riff. Not the full version of what we were going to hear, but just, you know. And so that's an idea. Let's hear this drop, because I actually was surprised by the drop and I was actually enjoying myself. I would like, actually, let's just hear this transition here. I like that breath. What I would probably like is silence except for that breath. Maybe cut away from the bass at that moment a little bit. Like actually come to an almost zero pre-drop and like bring it just with a... Like bring out all those things for a moment, so that when it does come back in with your drop, ooh, that shit's gonna slap, girl. Speaking of slap. Ah, it escaped me again! This one's been elusive today. I'm annoyed. All right, let's listen to this drop. So I get, yeah, you said you're trying to keep this track very minimal on purpose. It is very minimalist tech house. That's what it feels like. The kick, the bass, the synth that comes in, the vocals that come in, and then, of course, some slightly off-tempo hi-hat pattern. It's like halfway between a swing and a quintuplet shuffle. It's like halfway between those two things. It's just frustrating, but also it breathes life into the equation, so I cannot hate it. As a drummer, I hate it! But as a a producer and a enjoyer of music, like I understand this is how it has to be because it's so interestingly off and it's amazing. But as a drummer, I'm like, I can't play this. But yeah, I tried to chop it to give it a bit of movement because everything is very stale. You did great, dude. This adds absolute life into the song. But I want to be able to play it because I suck as a drummer.
It's all that I can do. I'm running from my desperate I'm starving. I'm hungry for you.
So remember the frequency that I told you to take out of the vocals? You could very well put it back in at this section if you feel like when you've taken it out, it lacks life in this section. Because in this section, that frequency makes a lot more sense to me. So you might need to do a double, like a double track, one with and one without, or you might need to automate that volume because it makes a lot more sense to me how nasally for that energy, exactly, it makes sense for the energy. For how nasally it needs to be in that section, it makes much, much more sense. So take it out in the earlier sections though, because it is a little harsh on the ears.
I'm wanted,
And then again here.
and I wanted someone to pursue.
Could even bring it back a little bit in the mix in the first section right here, and then when it comes back in somewhere, like it comes back with a lot more force. My girlfriend just dropped something, a utensil from me singing that. Whoops. Sorry. But yeah, it's just a mixing trick that often you like back off a little bit and add some more reverb, and then you come back in with a little bit of a cleaner and louder vocal. It's like a nice little trick to bring back some energy in a quick way. But again, I've only mixed this on my MacBook speaker, so I'll take it to the stew and really work on the mix later this week. Good. That's good, because yeah. I think that's pretty much all I got to say about your track, though, dude. Ben Simon, a good track. A good track. You got something interesting here. I personally like minimalist tech house and things like that a lot, because I like how it allows for basically us to be... We can't hide behind anything. So it allows for us to really be perfectionists when it comes to everything else in this song. It's like everything that is in there has to be great, not just good. It has to be great. And that's good songwriting, which is like stripping away what you don't need and adding only the things that are above average, above par, basically. So that's why I like tech house in general, especially minimalist tech house, because it allows me to hear elements that have been really worked carefully so that they fit all together in a nice way. That said, I do think that, like what you said before about the hi-hats, making it choppy with some movement because everything else is stale, I think it's dangerous to minimalist tech house in general because specifically it becomes repetitive very quickly. So we have to add elements that are like just accents that keep our minimalist texture, but allow us to be remaining interested in the track long enough to keep going through the sections. So that's a tough balance, but I think you've done it pretty well here. I think you just need to dial up the interesting factor a little bit throughout, especially during the builds. But apart from that, great track, I gotta say. Thanks, man. I really appreciate it. Exactly. And to be honest, for you to fade away when you listened to it is the reason why I make that type of music. I want to make music that will make people think, contemplate, and wonder. On that, I have to say, it happened a couple of times where I was just like, especially during the drop where it's so rhythmic and so like it's just Gandalf, very, very happy Gandalf vibes. That's what I feel. So well done. So yeah, Ben Simon, thank you very much for allowing us to listen to the track online. Thanks for being open to the feedback. I hope being open to the feedback that we provide. Thanks for allowing us to provide feedback in the first place. And thank you, above all, for trusting us with your track. that will bring us to the end of our queue, which we will now close for the evening. It's funny that we didn't get any submissions while this last person was in the queue, but here we are. Ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate you all spending some time with us today, this first New Year's stream, and allowing us the platform on which to improve music as a whole. I think on the whole, it just feels good, just like Preparation H. But I think we've done some great things today, as always, and I think we're gonna have some fun. I think next week we're gonna get back to our regular schedule on Tuesdays. The past couple of weeks on the Wednesdays were to accommodate the holidays, as they don't often fall on a Monday, and therefore the Tuesday is often meant to clean up and recover. So yeah, we're going to be getting back to our Tuesday scheduling, probably going to be doing some mixing projects as well, so we're going to have some fun with that. Thanks once again to everyone for allowing us to listen to their music online and provide that feedback. Thanks for everyone who's open to that feedback and who's going to come back to this stream and who's going to be enforcing that excellence mentality. I appreciate you all very much. Thanks to you for streaming, man, and giving feedback. Very appreciated. Thank you, Ben Simon. I appreciate that. And thanks all. I appreciate all of y'all for just lurking, for contributing, for listening, for being here, for coming back. Thanks to everyone for your continued support of this stream. It warms my heart and allows me to feel like I'm going to just keep doing it. So you're stuck with me. Congratulations. In any case, we will see you next week. But until then, toodaloo, motherfuckers. Take care, guys. See you.
You know, I never understood all these elaborate tortures. It's the simplest thing to cause more pain than a man can possibly endure. It's not only the immediate agony, but the knowledge that if you do not yield soon enough, there will be little left to identify you as a man. The only question remains.